Today's topic is Poynting theorem. Do you ever heard about the topic Poynting vector? A Poynting vector is the energy transfer per unit area per unit time. After its discovery, it has been named by the name of a scientist John Henry Poynting. Its unit is watt per meter square. Now, we can try to derive the Poynting theorem and also the Poynting vector. Now we can consider some charge and current distribution which produces an electromagnetic field E and B correspondingly, and also for any time instant dt there will be the charges are moving. According to the Lorentz force law, the work done on a particular charge Q can be written as F dot dl is equal to Q into E plus V cross B dot dl. And we can rewrite this as Q into E plus V cross B dot V dt. That's equal to, by expanding, Q into E dot V dt, and after expanding this term will be vanishing. And we know Q is equal to rho d tau and rho V is equal to J. Before that, if we are considering the work done per unit time, dW by dt will be equal to Q E dot V. And by substituting these terms, Q is equal to rho d tau, rho E dot V d tau. That's equal to E dot J d tau. Now we can represent the work done per unit time for the whole volume V. If we are considering a particular closed volume with a volume representation V, we can write dW by dt, which is the work done on the whole charges for the volume V, E dot J d tau, and give it as equation number 1. In the previous equation number 1, we have derived a term E dot J. E dot J is representing the work done per unit volume per unit time. Work done per unit volume per unit time. It is also the power delivered per unit volume. Now, we know the Ampere-Maxwell's equation, that is the Maxwell's modified equation, del cross B is equal to mu 0 J plus mu 0 epsilon 0 dou E by dou T. From this, we can write for J. J is equal to 1 by mu 0 del cross B minus epsilon 0 dou E by dou T. We can substitute this J in this equation. That is dW by dt is equal to E dot 1 by mu 0 del cross B minus epsilon 0 dou E by dou T. That's equal to 1 by mu 0 E dot del cross B minus epsilon 0 E dot dou E by dou T, and give it as equation number 2. Now consider the product rule, del dot E cross B equal to B dot del cross E minus E dot del cross B. And also we know the Faraday's law, del cross E is equal to minus dou B by dou T. In the equation number 2 we have derived before, we have to substitute for E dot del cross B from this equation. That is, I am taking this equation into the LHS, that is E dot del cross B is equal to E dot del cross B is taken into the left side. Then the remaining term on the RHS will be B dot del cross E plus del dot E cross B. That is B dot del cross E, B dot del cross E substituting as minus dou B by dou T. minus del dot E cross B. E dot del cross B is equal to minus B dot dou B by dou T minus del dot E cross B. Now I am going to rearrange this equation, that is B dot dou B by dou T is equal to 1 by 2 dou by dou T of B dot B, taking inside the dou, is equal to 1 by 2 dou by dou T of B square. Similarly, we can write E dot dou E by dou T is equal to 1 by 2 dou by dou T of E square. This equation is equation number 3 and these two terms are equation number 4. Now we can substitute equation 3 in 2. Before that, this is the equation number 2. Equation 3 gives the representation of these terms. So I am substituting as 1 by mu 0 minus B dot dou B by dou T minus 1 by mu 0 del dot E cross B. These two terms are the substitution for E dot del cross B minus epsilon 0 E dot dou E by dou T. Now substitute from the equation number 4 for the first term and third term, that is B dot dou B by dou T and E dot dou E by dou T. That is, we can rewrite this equation as minus, and here the minus is common in these two terms, so I am taking the minus outside, and also dou by dou T of B square by 2 mu 0 plus dou by dou T of here epsilon 0 E square by 2. Epsilon 0 E square by 2 minus of this term 1 by mu 0 del dot E cross B. Here in this equation, B square by 2 mu 0 represent the energy density in a magnetic field. Epsilon 0 E square by 2 represent the energy density in an electric field. In overall, these two terms represent the rate of change of energy stored in an electromagnetic field. And there is a negative side which implies the rate of decrease of energy stored in the electromagnetic field. I am rewriting the first term as minus 1 by 2 dou by dou T as a common term from the first two terms, B square by mu 0 plus epsilon 0 E square minus 1 by mu 0 del dot E cross B, and it is equation number 5. This is the equation which we got. E dot J is equal to these terms. From the equation 1, we know dW by dt is equal to volume integral E dot J d tau. Now I am going to substitute E dot J from this equation. Then dW by dt will be equal to minus 1 by 2 d by dt volume integral B square by mu 0 plus epsilon 0 E square into d tau plus 1 by mu 0 volume integral del dot E cross B d tau. Now I am going to substitute Gauss's divergence theorem to the second term. Then the first term is representing the energy stored in an electromagnetic field. Volume integral B square by mu 0 plus epsilon 0 E square d tau plus, after substituting the Gauss's divergence theorem, this equation will be turning as surface integral E cross B, and I'm taking the mu 0 inside mu 0 dot dA dot ds. That is, the volume integral is substituted into or converted into a surface integral by applying the Gauss's divergence theorem. Thus we got dw by dt is equal to minus d by dt of volume integral 1 by 2 epsilon 0 e square plus b square by 2 mu 0 into d tau minus surface integral e cross b by mu 0 dot ds, where S is the surface bounded over the volume V. This equation is known as the Poynting theorem. In this, the first term represents the energy stored in an electromagnetic field which is inside the integral. Energy stored in an electromagnetic field. And this term, the E cross B by mu 0, that is E cross B by mu 0 represent the Poynting vector S. Represent the Poynting vector S. So, I am rewriting this equation as dw by dt is equal to minus d by dt of uem, where uem represent the energy stored in an electromagnetic field minus surface integral S dot ds. In this, S is representing the Poynting vector, which is the energy transferred per unit volume per unit time. So, the work done, the rate of work done in a whole charge system can be represented as the negative of the rate of change of energy stored per unit volume minus the energy flux. That is, the Poynting theorem says that the work done on the charges by the electromagnetic force is equal to the decrease in energy stored in the field less the energy that flowed out through the surface. In this, the Poynting vector S is equal to 1 by mu 0 E cross B, which is the energy transported by the fields per unit area per unit time. Then, the energy per unit time crossing the infinitesimal surface ds can be represented as x dot ds, which is known as the energy flux. In such a way, S can be written as the Poynting vector S can be termed as energy flux density. Now, we can just consider the mechanical energy density U. That is, the work done can be written in terms of the mechanical energy density as like this. And also we know the electromagnetic field energy component is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon 0 E square plus mu square by mu 0. Now, by substituting this term and this equation in the Poynting theorem, we can rewrite that as d by dt of volume integral U mechanical plus UEM. That is UEM I have been taken into the LHS side. D tau is equal to surface integral S dot ds. Now I am going to change the RHS into the volume integral, that is the volume integral del dot S d tau. Now, the RHS and L got d by dt of volume integral U mechanical plus U electromagnetic d tau is equal to volume integral del dot S d tau, which I am going to explain you as the differential version of the Poynting theorem. Now, since the LHS and RHS are having the same volume integrals, I am rewriting this as d by dt of energy density of mechanical and electric field is equal to del dot S. We can compare this equation with the continuity equation dou rho by dou t is equal to minus del dot J. Here, in this continuity equation, rho represent the charge density, here represent the energy density. Energy density of mechanical and electromagnetic field. And J represent the flow of charge, and here it S represent the Poynting vector, S represent the flow of energy. This is the analogy between the these two equations. So, when the electromagnetic field or electromagnetic waves are traveling, some sort of energy is carried out by the electromagnetic wave, and that is represented using the Poynting vector, which is the energy transporter per unit volume per unit time. Hope you understand about the topic Poynting theorem and the term Poynting vector. Poynting theorem is also known as the work energy theorem of electrodynamics. Thank you.